Hello fellas. Welcome back to Top 5 Choices. This is Haley from Top 5 Choices, and I hope you all are doing good. In today's video, I am going to do a detailed review and pick the top 5 best budget fitness trackers, 2022. After doing proper researches, we came to the conclusion that meets the best in terms of overall. Kindly leave a like if you find this helpful, and I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications if you haven't. We will be also providing affiliates link to purchase from Amazon. Kindly use it for best offers and purchase from anywhere in the world. We'll be back with more videos. The Mi Smart Band 6 is a no-frills fitness tracker with a slim silicone band and long, narrow. In fact, it's almost identical to its predecessor, with the exception of its brighter, crisper screen. The case is fractionally longer, 47mm rather than 46mm, but the two are practically indistinguishable. It's available in 6 colors: black, orange, yellow, olive, ivory and blue. And if you're fond of your Smart Band 5, you'll be pleased to learn that the similarities in design mean you can reuse your favorite strap with the new device. Unfortunately, we found it's not the most comfortable device around. Despite the Mi Smart Band SXS slender case and strap, the buckle's pinhole design makes it tricky to get a good, firm fit, which means it's liable to move ever so slightly mid-workout. The touchscreen is responsive though, with a resolution of 152 by 486 pixels that makes text and icons super sharp and clear. It's shaped like a running track, rectangular with round ends, a shape also known as a disc rectangle or a brand if you want to get technical, which is intended to maximize the usable space. There's a variety of faces to choose from, many of which can be customized with shortcuts, such as a quick link to your preferred workout type so you can begin tracking with a tap. When it comes to everyday use, the Xiaomi Mi Smart Band 6 has some impressive features you'd expect to find in a much more expensive device. These include blood oxygen tracking, complete with spot checks, stress monitoring, using changes in heart rate, sleep tracking, breathing exercises, and period tracking. There's no onboard storage for music, which isn't surprising for such a compact device, but you can use the Mi Smart Band 6 to control your phone's media playback, saving you the trouble of digging it out of your pocket. Just make sure you give it the necessary permissions during setup. The Honor Band 5 consists of a small body, which houses the screen, and also removable straps that are actually pretty hard to remove. The Honor Band 5 is a slim fitness tracker. It looks very similar to the Honor Band 4, and you're certainly not getting a hugely redesigned device. It's slim, similar to the Xiaomi Mi Band 4s, with not much width or thickness, and the body is as wide as the strap. Although it's a little thicker, this strap is made of silicone, which is a fairly standard material for fitness tracker straps, but if you've got a skin condition you may want to watch out for irritation. It's a long strap, with plenty of lugs, so you'll easily be able to get it to fit your wrist. The Honor Band 5's body is fairly thick relative to its width, so it stands out from your wrist some way, but it's not as noticeable as some other wearables. At 22.7 G, the Honor Band 5 isn't exactly a heavy device, and we found it pretty easy to ignore while wearing it. On the body, there's the screen, which we'll get into below, and also a round button, which functions like a sort of home button. We found this feature a little confusing. It's not always clear if you should press this button, or the main screen, to toggle a function like turning off an alarm or closing a notification. The Honor Band 5 display is an AMOLED screen, which is one of the standout new features of the fitness tracker, as the Band 4 only had an OLED display. AMOLED screens offer better brightness and more vivid colors, and here the difference is noticeable. The watch face designs look a lot more vibrant, and the different menu logos look a lot less flat than on the Band 4, and on some other trackers. Speaking of faces, there were only 3 to choose from on the Band 4, but now there are lots, with 9 included on the device out of the box, and more available through the app, giving you plenty of options for customizing your device. The screen is the same size as the one on the Band 4 at 0.95 inches, so you're not getting loads of information on the screen at once, which can be good for simplicity, but annoying for notifications or detailed exercise information. In fact, it sometimes felt like a slightly larger screen would be useful for swipe commands, as swiping right or left was sometimes a little hard if you didn't start near the edge of the screen. The VivoFit 4 is noticeably thinner than previous Garmin products, meaning it takes up less room on your wrist and is a touch lighter too. For that reason, it's a comfortable wear. We found the plastic strap material, the only option you have with the VivoFit 4, was easy to clean off after a sweaty run, and Garmin has provided a particularly secure strap on the VivoFit 4 that means it shouldn't go flying about your wrist either. there's both a large and a small/medium size, and while we tried the smaller option, which is perhaps a bit too small for our reviewer's wrist, it was still a comfortable fit. The silicone material may not look that premium and won't be your choice of look to match with some particularly nice formal wear, but it does feel comfortable when you're working out and when worn for long periods of time. The VivoFit 4 is also attractive for a fitness tracker, and its smaller size means it's better looking. Then some larger, bulky wristwear. Color-wise, you've got the choice of plain black or white straps, while there's also blue, black, and purple versions with a speckled effect on them. We really like the speckled effect as it looks different to other fitness trackers that usually just have a solid color design. These don't cost any more either, so if you don't like the plain black or white versions, we'd recommend looking out for those snazzier options. Garmin also doesn't provide other materials, so it's worth noting you won't be able to buy an official leather strap for more formal occasions like you can with some smartwatches. The resolution is 88x88 pixels, but the quality is clear, and the fact it's in color means it adds a slight amount of vibrancy to the menus you can see. If you're using the watch element at night, you'll need to hold down the button for a second for the backlight to kick in. Not that's useful for saving battery, but we found it a little irritating when you just want to quickly look at your wrist to have a look at the time. Not it's the first time a VivoFit device has included an always-on display, and as long as you're in clear lighting, it's much more useful if you want to use this in a similar way to a watch. The Fitbit Charge 5 follows the same biologic industrial design language as the Sense, Versa 3, and Inspire 2, with smooth lines inspired by the human body and soft colors. It's a big departure from the Charge 4, which had a much more angular design. The Charge 5 also looks more luxurious than its predecessor thanks to its stainless steel case, which replaces the Charge 4's plastic shell. It's available in 3 colorways: black with graphite stainless steel, lunar white with soft gold stainless steel, and steel blue with platinum stainless steel, pictured here. Additional bands are sold separately, including a perforated strap designed for better breathability during sports. These are big changes, but the Charge 5's most noticeable upgrade is its display. Rather than the monochrome memory and pixel screen of the Charge 4, the new watch has a full-color AMOLED display, just like that of the Fitbit Luxe. It's crisp and bright, with smooth scrolling and animations. There's an always-on option that makes it easier to see the screen at a glance, but we found it unnecessary in everyday use. Unlike some fitness trackers we've tested, the Charge 5's display woke reliably whenever we raised our wrist to check the time. The Fitbit Charge 5 has no physical buttons, but there's an oval sensor on each side of the case for the watch's ECG and EDA apps. On the rear of the watch, you'll find the usual optical heart rate sensor, plus the contacts for the charger. This is identical to the charger used by the Fitbit Luxe, and attaches to the Charge 5 magnetically. Unfortunately for MacBook users, it uses a USB-A cable. A fitness tracker works best when it's worn every day, allowing it to build up a complete picture of your health, sleep and activity patterns, and Fitbit has pretty much nailed the formula. The Charge 5 isn't just comfortable to wear and much more attractive than the Charge 4, it's more useful as well, giving you plenty of reason to strap it on each morning. The higher resolution color display means smartphone notifications are now much easier to read. You'll see a small snippet of text when you receive an SMS, WhatsApp message, or other alert, which you can tap to read, open on your phone, or dismiss. You can also accept or decline incoming calls with a quick tap of the screen. The interface is simple and intuitive. The Fitbit Inspire 2 is a refreshed version of the Fitbit Inspire HR, continuing a similar, slightly understated design language. Fitbit curved the Inspire 2's edges and slimmed down its depth, so it sits more flush to your wrist. It also adopted dual haptic side buttons in lieu of the physical button, which likely adds to its lightweight feel. But unlike the haptic button on the rest of last year's Fitbits, you need to pinch both sides of the Inspire 2 simultaneously to access the settings menu or return to your home screen. While it might not look much different than subtle, less expensive activity bands like the Amazfit Band 5 or Wise Band, the Inspire 2's durable buckle adds to its quality. I found Fitbit's tracker molded more comfortably to my arm than those other bands, too. Like some pricier trackers, the Inspire 2 offers automatic workout tracking for select exercise types, although you can easily begin a workout from the exercise app on your wrist. The workout types include but are not limited to running, walking, weights, interval workouts, biking and swimming. There's no onboard GPS like on the Fitbit Charge 4, so you'll need your phone for more accurately tracking your mileage and viewing your route on a map. Speaking of sleep tracking, the Inspire 2 can tell you how well, or not, you sleep each night when you wear it to bed. I've been tracking my ZZZs on a multitude of fitness trackers, and found the Inspire 2 is one of the more accurate wearables when it comes to detecting whether I'm awake. Often I wake up, or should I say my dog wakes me up, earlier than I like, so I go back to sleep. The Inspire 2 detected that I stirred, but didn't end my sleep tracking for the morning.